Namaskaram, and welcome to the sixth episode of the Bhaktavani series on the Alvars. Today we are going to be looking at the life and the works of Kulashekara Alvar. Kulashekara Alvar, also known as Kulashekara Perumal, was a Chera king. Chera Pradesham is what we identify today as the modern day Kerala. The kings of the Chera dynasty, they ruled from their capital, Mahodayapuram, which can be identified or which has been identified by the scholars as the modern day Udungalur in Kerala. Their family deity was Lord Shiva as Panchinathan of Tiruvanjikulam. Even the Travancore dynasty, it traces its origin to this royal family in which was born Kulashekara Perumal. Kulashekara Perumal was clearly a great Vaishnavite influence in this royal family who had their family deity as Shiva. This is what we find later reflected in the Padmanabha Dhasas of the Travancore family. That is why, interestingly, when you look at the name, the entire title of the kings of the Travancore dynasty, for an example, if you take that of Swathi Tirunal Maharaja, it reads thus: Sri Padmanabha Dasa Vanjipala, which refers to the Tiruvanjikulam, Ramavarma, Kulashekara Kiridapati, mentions Kulashekara Kiridapati, which can be attributed to the presence of Kulashekara Perumal in this dynasty, as being the scion, one of the scions of this royal dynasty. Kulashekara was a great devotee of the Lord, especially in his form as Rama. Once it is said that when he was hearing to the Ramayana, he used to invite great Upanyasakartas and Pravachanakartas in his court and make them sing, chant the Ramayana. So once when he was hearing to the Ramayana, and there came the episode of the Yuddha, the fight with Demon Hara. In this fight with Demon Khara, it is said that Rama was single-handedly fighting this demon, and his entire army of nearly 14,000 demons were there on the other side, and on the other side was just Rama fighting the entire demon army single-handedly. The moment Kulashekara Perumal, he hears this statement, he's so involved in that episode that he immediately orders his armies to march ahead, to be ready, and he is going to offer support to Rama to fight the demon Khara. So he asks his ministers to make the entire army ready, and he proclaims that he is going to offer support to Rama and he is going to immediately march towards Panchavati, towards the Nashik area where they were living. Rama was living as per the Ramayana. So the ministers did not know what to do. The king has already ordered and they have to make things ready. And he just ordered and he started marching towards the north. So the ministers, one of the ministers had a brainwave. So he made some army and soldiers go ahead and come from the other side, from the opposite side, and give the news to the king that the Demon Khara and all the armies of the demons have been successfully annihilated by Rama single-handedly, and hence there was no reason for them to march ahead. So the moment he gets the great news of Rama having succeeded in killing the demons and his victory over Khara, he very happily returns back to the kingdom. So this proves to the extent to which he had the devotion towards Rama and the extent to which he used to get intoxicated, get immersed, submerged in that bliss of hearing the Lord's story. Yet another episode comes, that of Sita Apaharana. So when that episode was going on, again the Upanyasakarta hadn't taken enough caution to not narrate this episode as mentioned in the Valmiki Ramayana. So he, as usual, he just goes ahead with what is mentioned in the text, which says that Sita was abducted by Ravana and taken to Lanka, and then Rama is crying, tears in his eyes, and he's searching everywhere for Sita. Kulashekara Perumal couldn't bear this, to see his Lord cry. He immediately decides that he will swim across the ocean and go to Lanka and bring back Sita from the clutches of Ravana. And he just starts off, and he, as people are seeing, he jumps into the waters, he jumps into the ocean, and he's swimming, planning to move towards Lanka. It is said that after he swam a bit of a distance, he got the divine vision of Rama and Sita, who conveyed him the message that they're safe, and all these episodes have happened in the past, and they are now together and they are very safe and secure. And then they guide Kulashekara back to the shores, even until the gates of his kingdom. He is escorted by Rama and Sita. Such was the devotion of Kulashekara towards the Lord. The state of being an unmatta, that is why Narada in his Bhakti Sutra, in the initial few sutras itself, he says, having tasted bhakti, having known that bhakti, how does the devotee become? Yat jnatva matto bhavati, stabdho bhavati, atmaramo bhavati. Having known bhakti, having been immersed in bhakti, that bhakta becomes matta. He becomes intoxicated. He becomes like a madman. Stabdho bhavati. He becomes like a sthanu. He becomes useless to the external world. Atmaramo bhavati, ever relishing in the bliss of the self. Such was the state of Kulashekara Perumal. That is why in this Pasuram that we shall see now, from his Perumal Tirumozhi, in this he says that the world is calling me mad, O Lord. And to me, the world appears to be mad. The world is calling me mad because I am intoxicated in your devotion. And to me, the world appears to be mad because they are not behind you and they are behind other things. Just like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, everybody has madness. Somebody is mad after wealth. Somebody is mad after position. Somebody is mad after fame. I am mad after the Lord. That is only difference. So this exactly applies to this Pasuram, which we shall now hear.
பேயரு எனக்கு யாவரும் யானுமோர் பேயனேயவர்க்கும் இது பேசியன். பேயரு எனக்கு யாவரும் யானுமோர் பேயனேயவர்க்கும் இது பேசியன். ஆயனே அரங்கா என்றழைக்கின்றேன், பேயனா ஒழிந்தேன் எம்பிரானுக்கே. ஆயனே அரங்கா என்றழைக்கின்றேன், பேயனா ஒழிந்தேன் எம்பிரானுக்கே.
The fourth decade of the Perumal Tirumozhi is considered by many to be among the most beautiful of the Alvar's literature. The poetical form of the fourth decade is appreciated by many scholars and opined to be of great literary and poetic merit. In this specific Pasuram, that we shall now hear too. He's telling the Lord of Tirumala, Venkateshwara, "O Lord, I want to be something in your presence in Tirumala." It could be a bird, it could be a fish, it could be a tree, it could be the steps leading to your temple, so that at least I can get the holy sparsha of your devotees. I want to be something in your vicinity, O Lord. That alone will give me happiness. So this verse, this pasuram, we shall now hear too.
ஒம்பருலகாண்டு ஒரு குடை கீழ் ஒரு பசிதான். ஒம்பருலகாண்டு ஒரு குடை கீழ் ஒரு பசிதன் அன்போர் கலையல்குல் பெற்றாலும் மாதரியேன். அம்போர் கலையல்குல் பெற்றாலும் மாதரியேன். செம்பவழவாயான் திருவேங்கடமென்னும் செம்பவழவாயான் திருவேங்கடம் என்னும் எம்பெருமான் பொன்மலை மேல் ஏதேனும் மாவேனே. எம்பெருமான் பொன்மலை மேல் ஏதேனும் ஆவேனே.
As I mentioned earlier, he was deeply in love with the form of Rama. He has also composed in the Perumal Tirumozhi itself, one decade is dedicated as a lullaby to Rama. It's one of the very rare compositions, because even Valmiki, when he composed the Ramayana, he didn't devote too much of time on Rama as the baby Rama. In the Valmiki Ramayanam, Rama is born and very soon he grows up. There is not much of description of Rama as the baby child, the pranks of Rama, all those things are not described like we see of Krishna in the Bhagavatam. But here you find Kulashekara Alvar taking the role of a maternal role to Rama and singing the lullaby to the Lord. It's one of the very rare compositions that we don't find elsewhere, and we shall now hear to some of the pasurams from this decade.
மன்னு புகழ் கௌசலை தன் மணிவயிறு வாய்த்தவனே. மன்னு புகழ் கௌசலை தன் மணிவயிறு வாய்த்தவனே. தென்னிலங்கை கோன்முடிகள் சிந்துவித்தாய் செம்பொன் சேர். தென்னிலங்கை கோன்முடிகள் சிந்துவித்தாய் செம்பொன் சேர். கண்ணினன் மாமதிள் புடை சூழ் கணபுரத்தின் கருமணியே. கண்ணினன் மாமதிள் புடை சூழ் கணபுரத்தின் கருமணியே. என்னுடைய இன்னமுதே ராகவனே தலேலோ. என்னுடைய இன்னமுதே ராகவனே தலேலோ. தலேலோ 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 தேவரையும் அசுரரையும் திசைகளையும் படைத்தவனே தேவரையும் அசுரரையும் திசைகளையும் படைத்தவனே யாவரும் வந்தடி வணங்க அரங்க நகர்த்து என்றவனே யாவரும் வந்தடி வணங்க அரங்க நகர்த்து என்றவனே காவிரி நல் நதி பாயும் கணபுரத்தின் கருமணியே காவிரி நல் நதி பாயும் கணபுரத்தின் கருமணியே ஏவரி வெஞ்சிலை வலவா ராகவனே தலேலோ ஏவரி வெஞ்சிலை வலவா ராகவனே தலேலோ தாலேலோ 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 ராகவனே தாலேலோ ராகவனே தாலேலோ ராகவனே தாலேலோ ராகவனே தாலேலோ.
Kulasekara Alvar was completely in surrender to the Lord Ranganatha at Srirangam, so devoted that he offered his daughter in marriage, in service to the Lord at Srirangam. She is known as Chera Kulavalli, the creeper or the scion of the Chera Kula, of the lineage of the dynasty of the Cheras. Even today, the marriage of Ranganatha with Chera Kulavalli, which is known as the Sherthi festival, is celebrated on the Ramanavami day. It is said that Kulasekara Alvar gave his daughter to Ranganatha on the Ramanavami day. So it is celebrated as a Sherthi festival. Sherthi is to bring them together. It is a sort of a marriage festival. It's also a marriage ceremony that is solemnized between Ranganatha and Chera Kulavalli on the Ramanavami day. So this is the wonderful Charitram, the life, and we could hear few pasurams of Kulasekara Alvar. Tomorrow will be the concluding day of this 7-episode series on the Bhaktavani of the Alvars. And tomorrow we shall see the life and works of one of the greatest Alvars, Tirumangai Alvar. Until then, Namaskaram.